Hello and welcome back to Battleship Cove. I'm Paul Scalabroni, volunteer here on the Joseph P. Kennedy, and today we're on the Fantail of the destroyer, where we've been doing a huge amount of metal work. Both Chris and Brandon, our in-house welder, have been replacing huge pieces of the Fantail here, starting all the way from the back of the house all the way aft on the ship. We've probably put close to almost 8 or 9 full plates of steel into here and other various small patches. Right now we're starting to strip all the old paint off and put the primer down, which is why the deck's all blotchy, because we have to do it in a way where we can still allow people onto the ship when we're here. So we can't do everything in one big swoop. We have to do one side at a time because the public still has to get access to the ships. But you can see where a lot of wasted metal was replaced. Right here is actually where the boat winch goes, which we also remade that whole frame. That's going to be going down once we get the top coat down on the deck. And we got more metal that was replaced all on this side of the ship. And then heading back aft here is the last part where we're going to be putting some metal in. There's a few areas here that are thin, and we know there's one small leak over here in the gunnel area. That's going to get addressed probably in the next week when Brendan's back over here, because he's been working on the battleship the past couple of weeks. And then that's pretty much it for the Fantail metal replacement. There's still a lot of work to do down below, which we'll show you in a minute. But now we're focusing on getting this whole entire Fantail from the deck house all the way aft is all coming up to bare metal, and it's going to get painted. So we've done this whole section. This Saturday we're going to start doing this section up to where the barriers are. Then once this area's got a top coat on it, then we'll do the aft part of the Fantail. And then for July, this will be completely new paint and everything will look nice on the Fantail. Mount 52 is going to get painted eventually, but the paint's not horrible on it right now, so it's not a priority. Right now, the deck is the priority. If we have time to do the mount, we'll do it, but that's going to be a long-term project as well. So heading aft on the ship here, actually, we're going to have where the boat winch frame is. We just got to find a way to get back there. So as part of the metal replacement, Chris fabricated a new frame that's going to go down on the deck, which is right here. The old frame is pretty much right there. That's the pedestal that the winch sits on. So that's going to sit on the frame. The frame is what gets welded to the deck. That'll get bolted to this. And then these two pieces, the actual winch and the motor, will get bolted onto the actual frame. So it's a lot of heavy pieces of equipment to maneuver around, which is why we have the gantry on the deck still. But getting the frame built is huge because, like I was just saying, that's our old frame. It's a jigsaw puzzle now. And that's what kind of facilitated the whole starting of this, was all the metal on it was just gone. So we kept the pieces because it gives us the bolt pattern that we need to put the holes back in this frame, and then we can get it welded down. So that's going to be the next project. And then again, back here, all this is coming up. We'll re-stencil the helipad drop symbol, which everyone thinks that's not an actual helipad. That's when there's a helicopter that's resupplying the ship. That's where it drops the supplies. That's why it's an H. It just stands for helicopter drop. And then the fuel can, it's not a depth charge. Everyone thinks it's a depth charge, but that'll get repainted. So the entire Fantail will look nice and brand new again. But now we'll head down below into the Burke exhibit, and we'll show you some of the stuff that's been going on down there. Alrighty, so we're down here in the Burke exhibit, which should be a fairly familiar space to most people that are watching the videos. We're doing a lot of work down here because, just like the mess decks, this area unfortunately got a little bit of water in it over time, and it started affecting it. And this was also used to be a museum, which is why we call it the Burke Museum, because it was the Destroyermen's Museum named after Arleigh Burke. But it's going to continue to be a museum down here, but we're going to put all the racks and the beds, everything back in here, because unfortunately they gutted the compartment and put a museum in here, which isn't the right thing to do. You make the museum fit the ship, not the other way around. So this is going right back to the exact way the compartment would have been, and then we'll put the exhibit to fit the space. So as we took everything out, that's when we started to uncover a lot of the problems. We've been putting a lot of patches in where the deck had wasted away. Chris has been doing this work. This is the next big one, the hatch here, because It's got a lot of problems around it, so we're just going to cut the entire hatch out, put a new piece of metal down, put the hatch on top of it, and then cut the hole for the hatch. So it'll be a brand new hatch in there, so we'll get it watertight again. We don't have to worry about any leaks happening. This part of the ship's fairly thin because there's not a lot of watertight integrity back here, because literally that's the bottom of the ship 4 feet below us right there. That's the hull. So we want to make sure that this stays as protected as possible. That's why we cleaned a lot of these rooms out, and we're going to be painting everything down there. We can't needle gun the hull directly for obvious reasons, but we can give it a good sanding down and give it a good rust convert and then put paint on it. And then continuing up here, we're going to get all the electrical back in order again. Alex has been doing a huge amount of work with that because unfortunately when it was a museum, they put a lot of the, that was really loud, a lot of the wrong cable in. And so when this was a museum, they put a lot of the wrong cable in, this just armor cable, and it should be the Navy style braided armor cable. So all of these cables are coming out, and unfortunately they had done it to every light in the space. So they disconnected the ship's power to the lights and then hooked up all that. So Alex has been going through, and some of these we got to remount because when we cut the steel out overhead, the mounts for the lights went away, so we got to re-weld the mounts in. But Alex has been putting all the original wiring back and then getting all the wrong cables pulled out, so we have just the original ship's wiring back in place. And it's going to look nice, accurate. The exhibit will look the way that it should again, because if you saw this 3 or 4 videos ago, those cables were everywhere. We pulled probably a few hundred feet of them. It's actually in a pile in the other room that we need to move out of here because there's just so much extra cable. And it's a little bit of a mess down here still, but that's mainly because the welders are working out of here, so this is all of their tools. And as a good example of what we've done is this whole pile here is everything that we've cut out of the deck. This is all the steel that we've removed. This is all the stuff that we're going to be cutting up and actually selling in the gift shop. We'll be selling pieces of Kennedy, so you can get those. We haven't put them up yet. We're still getting them made because they're going to come with a little certificate of authenticity, and then some of them have laser engraved plaques as well, but those will be up eventually. And then pretty much once we get the space completely cleaned out and the deck's repaired, then we can start painting in here. We got to take all the paint from the overhead. That's all got to get chipped because it's all flaking. And it's going to be the entire aft section of the ship here. The ship fitter shop's going to get the same treatment. The rudder ram room's going to get the same treatment. And it's all going to get restored. So this will eventually be back on the tour route as well, but it's going to be a while. This space probably isn't going to be restored for another year or two, just because the amount of volume we have to do. There's actually foot lockers that go all over the deck here that were all cut out. You can see where they used to be. There's a little bit of the metal framing here, but they were all down the bulkhead in the middle of the compartments, and they're all gone. So Brandon has to refabricate all of those, and that's going to take a lot of time and unfortunately money to do all that because it's a lot of sheet metal work, but we'll get them back in and this space will be restored because this is the largest berthing area on the ship, these 2 compartments. So we want to get this back the way it was. And the day is finally drawing near. Anyone that's watched our videos has seen this space quite a few times from where it started to where it's at now. We're in the mess decks on the Joseph P. Kennedy, and we're getting to the point now where we're almost ready to open this back up to the public again. The goal is going to be for the July reunion, we'll have this space back open. We've done extensive metalwork in here on the deck, and we finally have a coat of primer and treadplex back on the deck now. We have the tabletops all clean. The room's been dusted down. We got the overhead painted up. So the only piece of equipment that we're missing in here now, which will be down here this Saturday, is our Coke machine, which is sitting in the aircraft hangar. So we're going to take the ladder out forward on Saturday. We're going to lower it down, and we'll put our Coke machine back in with the bottles, and we'll have the proper drop cup Coke machine back down here in the mess decks. And pretty much equipment-wise, this room will be complete. One of the other things we're going to do for the reunion, which will be kind of neat, is one of our volunteers, Greg, used to be a projectionist, and we have the ship's original projectors and we have a bunch of film. So we're going to do what the crew did back in the 60s. So we're going to set up a projector on the forward bulkhead, and we're going to put the projector onto the screen. So we'll actually be shooting a movie onto it, and then when the crew comes down and goes through, they can actually see the movie playing in here like they would if they were eating on the ship when they were serving on it. A couple other things. We got the post painted. It's a weird color scheme, but it's the red, white, and blue scheme. We have color pictures of the space. Rich Angelini provided them. These are the way that the crew painted them. They all added personal touches to the ships when they were on them. So this is one of the things the crew did here. They wanted the post to be red, white, and blue. And another weird touch is these are stainless steel. I never knew these were stainless steel. The whole time we've been on this ship and working on these things have pretty much been like a brown gray. Anything what you would expect would be polished stainless steel. So one of our volunteers, Wes, was down here this past weekend and gave these things the treatment. Polished them up, stripped them down, and made these things look like they're brand new again. So it's on all four of the posts. They all have that stainless steel wrapping, but never knew those were actually stainless until we saw them in the condition they're in now. So they look amazing. One of the other last projects we got to do is some of the tabletops aren't looking pristine. Just over time, they've gotten stained. So we need to basically give them a magic eraser treatment and some chemicals to get all the staining out of them. But these should all clean up and come up nice and brand new. All the seats are pretty good condition. There's a couple tears on them, but that's all stuff we can fix over time. But for the most part, all the heavy work in here is done. We'll give the space a nice, again, mopping and a clean down once we get all the paint work done and all the machines in where they need to go. But from where we started to where the space is now is a massive transformation. When we first started this, you could barely walk on this deck. There were so many holes in it that that's why we had to close it, because it wasn't safe. But now we get to the point where it's almost a brand new compartment again, and it was through a ton of effort from a ton of volunteers that got this to the way it is now. Another one of the fine detail things we do on the ships are the junction boxes. These, if you notice, all of the ship usually are just painted over because it's quicker to paint them than kind of mask them off and then paint everything the right way, unfortunately. So Chris and Wes basically went to town on these again, just completely polished up the brass and made them look brand new. There's a few of them in here, and also the envelope box got done as well too. But it's the small little details like that that make the spaces get set off, because it's a contrasting color. It's not just all one color on the bulkhead, and these would have been polished brass because it was kind of a little bit of a pride to keep everything looking pristine. So actually having them this way again is nice, because again, just like the stainless steel, I've never seen these things polished up. So it's going to be a continuing effort. We're going to start doing it all over the rest of the ship and make it so everything that should be polished brass is going to be polished brass. We don't have a brass crew, but we're going to do our best. So as usual, we ask you to like, share, subscribe to our videos. If you want to get involved, go on our website, fill out a volunteer form, come down here and help out. If you can't come in person, we always accept donations. We can buy paint, everything we need to do the restoration on the ships. So like usual, I'd like to thank you for your time, and we'll catch you next time.